Welcome to this vlog. We are heading off to New Zealand today. We're going to be flying on this 380 down here. And I'm going to be passing my husband, who's going to be flying one of those back from Sydney. So we'll be passing in the air in about an hour and a half or 2 hours once I take off. So such is life. We are just going to miss each other this time. When we get to New Zealand on this weekend, I've planned to go for a walk in the geothermal area just outside of Rotorua. It's a really amazing place. I'm going to grab my two daughters, get them out of bed early on a Saturday, and we're going to head over to that. So we'll catch you up over there. We made it to New Zealand. Here we are in the middle of the North Island, about 30 minutes from Taupo. And as I said, we're going to go over to see the thermal park. It's a different one than I was going to go to. This is the Orekei thermal park, 30 minutes outside of Taupo. We're going to take a ferry ride over to the Orekei geothermal area, which is across this Finger Lake. And in this part of New Zealand, there is a lot of geothermal power, energy, and that's how we get in Taupo. They have the big geothermal power station. Here's the Manuka tea tree. It flowers between September to February. And this is the tree that gives us the Manuka honey, which is quite an expensive honey, but one that is exported around the world. This is the map of Africa, they call it, and you can see all of the different colors. This is just all the different chemicals. That's the microbes that are living in this very, very hot water. This is about 60 degrees. Got this very orange color here, I understand is used in making the sunscreen that we use. It's the orange that is there is in the shallow water that's used for the sunscreen. Got all of this green algae that's been forming. Now this cliff face was created by a massive earthquake that happened, I'm not sure how long ago. Boiling away there. Here's a little geyser that's bubbling away. The earth is alive. It's boiling away here. 60 degrees, water bubbling away. It's not a very strong smell of sulfur. Some of the geothermal areas are much more smell of sulfur. The water is incredibly clear. Artist palette. And it looks like an artist's palette. It's full of color and made from all of the different chemicals. This originally erupted in 14,000 BC approximately. You can see the geysers down here. This is a very volatile area at the moment. It's the most alive part of this area. So these geysers can go off at any time. As this area gets flooded, we would see more of the colors as the algae begins to form. It looks a bit dry at the moment, but if we go over here, we can see in the distance a small geyser is bubbling away. We see the yellows, the greens, the blues. Just climbing a wee little hill here as we head up the mountainside. There's a cave up here. Not sure what that's all about, but I'm looking forward to investigating. We're down here by the cave. It's called the Hill of Caves here. They say it's one of the only geothermally situated caves in the world. The other one is in southern Italy. And if we look over to the bottom there, we'll see that it's the Pool of Mirrors, so they call it. We're on a 10-minute walk from the cave to look for some mud pools. So it'll be boiling mud. Now these mud pools are created from the thermal activity. The chemicals decompose the surface rock around it, and then it decomposes it and makes mud, or this clay. The earth is very hot underneath there, and so the mud basically just boils away. Now, depending on how much rain has happened, depends on how active these mud pools are. So with oftentimes more rain or moisture going on in the winter time, you'll see these mud pools very active in the winter time. We're on the way back to the jetty now through the forest. The tropical sort of New Zealand ferns and native bush here. If we keep a good lookout, we will find a silver fern, which is famous in New Zealand, and the silver part of this fern is underneath, so we'll have to pay very close attention to see if we can find one. The adult silver fern tree, and the silver you will find on the stalks of the adult tree. This is the area that we walked across at the beginning. We're back home now, so it was a fantastic day. Going to get this vlog uploaded to YouTube. Thanks again, all of those that are subscribing to the channel and following me. It's great to have you along with us. Next week, we're going to head up to Rotorua. The Toastmasters Convention is there. We'll find some things to do over there. And in a couple weeks, I'm going to head down with the youngest daughter to Christchurch. Look at the university down there, and then venture off into the Southern Alps. So I think I'm going to be warm today. I noticed over there my daughter is just bringing up some wood. It is winter here, but very mild still, but the nights are getting cooler, so looking forward to a warm fire tonight. We'll catch you next time on the next vlog.